Hey girl, hey, I am Sharina, your virtual little sis and co-founder of Hey Girl, Hey Game. And welcome to our first ever official video sharing the real story behind Hey Girl, Hey Game. I'm so excited you're here and I'm honored to take you on this journey with us from who we were to who we're becoming. So let's get started at the very beginning. I'm Sharina, the little sister by 1 year, the extrovert, and Shanice, she's the introvert, older sister by 1 year. Growing up, Shanice was just brilliant. She was winning awards all the time throughout elementary school for things like most likely to succeed, honor roll, and even she received her first scholarship from the Brooklyn Borough president, while most of us, including myself, were still figuring out cartoons and superheroes. I was the outgoing one, the outspoken one, but looking back, we both were just trying to figure out who the heck we were. So junior high school is really where life shifted for us. For Shanice, that she was that bright, innocent, kind energy, the sweet Caribbean girl from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, but that wasn't celebrated back then. Middle school is supposed to be a time where kids start exploring their identities, but for us, it also became a place where honestly, our innocence was not protected. Similarly, I had my own battles going to a different school than Shanice, trying to balance my faith with some personal issues, which I'll get into. But I was just trying to decide if I wanted to fit in. I was a Christian girl wearing short skirts in the winter, not allowed to join certain after-school activities, and I was labeled prude when I was really just scared of getting in trouble by my parents, my grandparents, my 17 aunts and uncles, and my cousins. But then on top of that, I was a late bloomer. I was very goofy, not socially aware, and just trying to figure out who I was. While Shanice, on the other hand, was already fully developed physically, and she had her own set of challenges. See, our dad had just passed away in 1998, so middle school for us was definitely tough. We both got teased, both got into fights, and for the first time, we truly felt alone in different ways, though. You could even see it just being introverted and extroverted. It doesn't guarantee how you connect to people. We're both just trying to survive and make it out of school. But high school now, that gave us a chance to bloom a little bit. But we didn't have the traditional experience. We moved to 3 different high schools, 3 different cities with 3 different opportunities to pretty much, recreate ourselves. First, we were still living in Bed-Stuy. It was harsh. We were fighting. We were defending ourselves a lot. And then we moved to Rochester, New York, and something amazing happened there. We were finally embraced for our sense of style, our kindness, our creativity. And for the first time, Shanice could lean into her introverted nature freely. And I could, step out of my tomboy phase and lean into my femininity and creativity. It was the first taste of being truly authentic outside of ourselves and outside of one another. But in our final year of high school, we attended what was considered a good school. We finally experienced balance academically and socially. I joined the softball team, got knocked with balls in my face all the time. I met the man who would later become my son's father, while Shanice, always, the studious one, she graduated a year ahead of me. And of course, she went on to earn summa cum laude her first year of college. I, on the other hand, I took a different route. I took a semester off to chase my dream of songwriting. Went back a semester later, I realized I made a big mistake and I changed my major twice, from psychology to graphic design. Now, I will say it didn't work out exactly how I thought it would, but it did open my eyes, my heart, and just my mind to a different journey of self-discovery. So growing up as first-generation Americans with Guyanese parents, it was not easy. We're trying to pave our own way. Meanwhile, our dad is an engineer telling us we have to be doctors and lawyers, and our mom is a devout Christian. And for them, community was built on family. So your cousin is your friend, your sister is your friend, and y'all don't need nobody else for safety. Meanwhile, they were out here hosting parties, inviting the whole block in, and most of our neighborhood strangers were our cousins. What we weren't taught was how to build community of our own. It wasn't until after adulthood, after college, after I had my son, after Shanice moved to Atlanta, that we started to stretch our wings. See, Shanice traveled to a bunch of different states with AmeriCorps. She lived alone for the first time, and I dived into retail management, graphic design, and raising my son as a single mom. In the meantime, still trying to figure out how to make impact. I even came up with a short-lived blog called Mommy NYC, hoping to encourage single moms in the city. But we had our, tiny moment of fame. Don't sleep, because Zach, my son, was featured on MSN.com as the most fashionable kid online. And when I tell you my son could dress, my baby could dress, okay? And again, while that was short-lived, what I think it highlighted in that moment was that when Shanice and I get together, baby, we make magic, okay? So in 2019, Shanice birthed her next brilliant idea, a women's empowerment group called Triple Crown Collective. Shanice created spaces for women, her coworkers, her old friends, and even new connections to come together meaningfully. This happened at our house, y'all. But by that point, our life had kind of separated a little bit. See, I was moving to New Jersey, and she was running events consistently. She had her own life outside of me. So sometimes I showed up as a guest, and sometimes I helped in the background. But the truth is, we were really trying to figure out what our sisterhood would now look like, especially knowing that our lives had changed so much and we're so separate for so long. And then COVID hit. In the middle of all of the uncertainty, though, Shanice had a brilliant idea. Let's do a bar crawl, y'all. I really think it would be nice. We could get reconnected. But we had women of all walks of life, different ages, races, backgrounds, faiths, and social identities. We stayed up for hours. When I say hours, trying to figure out questions, ways to spark conversation, to build real bonds. I helped tweak the phrasing a little bit. Shanice did most of the work, but guided the questions on how they should go while Shanice handled the big overall vision. We printed those questions just on business cards, stuffed into Ziploc bags, and gave them out during the bar crawl. The night was magic, though, y'all. Women who met as strangers left feeling as sisters. Even I made a connection that night that became a real friendship that I still have to this day. At the end, I will say the women came to us asking, so where can I get these questions, y'all? And that's honestly when we realized that we had something real. Within just a month or two, Shanice already turned it into a full 50-card deck. And Hey Girl Hey game was officially born. The name Hey Girl Hey was easy. It was how we greeted each other. It's how we affirm one another. It's a term of endearment. So whether you're from Brooklyn or the deep South, it just feels right. It just feels like the way to say hey. After that, Shanice sat me down ever so professionally, so lovingly, and asked me to officially join her on this journey. The roles weren't perfectly defined, but I knew one thing for certain, two things for sure. If my brilliant big sister saw me as worthy to build something with her, I was not saying no. So from 2022 to now, Hey Girl Hey game has been glowing and growing, baby girl. We've, Light Flex sold out not once, but twice on Amazon. We partner with incredible brands like Little Words Project. We've hosted events at Bloomingdale's and even connected with powerhouses like The Layout. She did that. We've had the support of some incredible New York influencers and just social media influencers like Any Given Sunday, the amazing Any Given Sunday, Emily Anandu, and Chef Will Coleman. Those are people who supported us simply because they believed in us. No strings attached, okay? One of our proudest moments came when we partnered with the legendary household name Shea Moisture through a connection with She Did That's founder, Renee Blewett. We partnered and participated in the CultureCon pop-up surrounded by the real community that raised us. Friends, cousins, coworkers, even childhood friends now who showed up to help us shine. Community is not just what we build, y'all. It's who we are. Every single photo shoot, every single video shoot and event that we've had has been intentional. We work with Black women-owned businesses whenever we can, okay? Our models, you want to know who our models are? Our models are our cousins. Our models are our friends. Our models are our coworkers, our neighbors, Shanice's former students, and some of our social media sisters. So the faces you see aren't random. They're actual family. They're community. And giving back is baked into everything we do. We offer guidance services and support to women-owned businesses, not just because it's trendy, but because it's who we are. But now fast forward today, Shanice serves as our operational heart, the dreamer, the planner, the architect of all of our next move. I, on the other hand, I'm the creative voice, leading the design, the brand identity, and the event hosting to bring hey girl, hey vibes to the real life. Together, we built this from two little Brooklyn girls who just wanted to belong. Now we're two grown women trying to make room for others to feel seen, heard, and connected. And we're just getting started. We want you to feel comfortable enough to grab a seat and sit with us and let's talk and have a real conversation. So thank you for being a part of our journey. We can't wait to see where Hey Girl Hey takes all of us next. And stay tuned for what's coming up next, because we're going to be playing Hey Girl Hey game on YouTube and live on Instagram. And also, we're going to have those tough conversations, like the worst first date you've been on. And what kind of friend are you? We're going to be asking some really interesting questions and wanting to get to know you. But while we're asking those questions, we'll be sharing different parts of ourselves so we can get to know each other and build community. So thank you for watching and see you later, sis.